Hi guys, good to see you again. Alan Gilday here from Create Your Abundance. So in the previous video, we were looking at some of Tony Robbins' material and looking at how he can provide a toolkit, an overview for ways in which we can quickly and effectively change our states and empower ourselves to take more effective action towards the goals that we have set ourselves in life. Be they, improved business, improved relationships, improved communication skills, bettering our health, whatever the case may be. Now, in the previous video, as I say, we looked at physiology as the first foundational cornerstone, if you like, that allows us to generate the necessary physical energy that propels us forward in taking consistent, massive action in a coherent strategy towards the outcomes that we desire. Basically, in a nutshell, if you don't have any energy, you're not going to get off your butt and do anything, no matter how inspiring your vision may be to yourself and potentially to other people. So secondly, today we're going to have a look at a few basic thoughts to kickstart how we reflect on the ways in which we communicate with ourselves. Now, communication with others is a lifetime's discipline, communication with ourselves likewise, but let's get started with just a couple of pointers. Obviously, we run habitual patterns of communicating with ourselves. Most of the little voices in our heads, right, are not necessarily our own. They're hand-me-downs from teachers, religion, media, advertising, parents, grandparents, friends, the guys in the bar, the girls in the office, all those opinions that we factor into our sense of ourself and how we should relate to others, and the definition of where the comfort zone really lies, the boundaries of our comfort zone in terms of what's appropriate to say and what's appropriate to express. Now, that's just a fact of life. Those variables are not going away anytime soon. But if we can start to become ourselves and find our own authentic voice in the midst of that, and even recognize that for a start, we are so massively influenced at every turn, then we have a start in becoming more enabled to communicate with ourselves effectively. And really what that all boils down to is treating ourselves with the same love, encouragement, kindness and fun that we would like others to treat us like. It's so difficult sometimes for us to be as kind and forgiving and accepting and encouraging of ourselves as we often are for others, okay? And it would be easier in many instances to project that kindness and encouragement to other people, whereas for some reason we unconsciously feel, well, I don't really deserve that, or I'm not a terribly good person, or I haven't done enough, or those are the sort of narratives that we have inherited somewhere along the way to restrict, if you like, the quality of good communication that we give to ourselves. That inner monologue, if you like, is the little voice that's constantly running in our heads saying, oh, don't do this, or she'll think you're too much of that, or if you do that, perhaps you'll be this, and I'm not enough, or this will never be good enough, or I'm always crap at this. You know the kind of dialogue that goes on. We've all experienced that. So let's think of creative ways in which we could actually make a conscious effort, maybe on a daily basis, set an affirmation that today I am going to talk to myself with more love, I'm going to talk to myself with more respect, I'm going to talk to myself with more kindness, and I'm going to talk to myself as the friend that I should be to myself, as the lover that I should be to myself, and as the guide that I should be to myself. Okay, so let's bring the best that we've got to ourselves, and then we're in a position to really bring the best that we have to others. I remember when I was a kid, one time I was drawing a picture. It was in primary school, and I was drawing some war scene from some movie or something, and it was the usual little stick men and tanks and explosions and all the rest of it. I had a little entourage of pals who were kind of standing around behind me, and they were going, oh Alan, that's a fantastic drawing. And my reaction was, I know. And then I think it was a teacher or a parent or somebody like that heard me, and they said, oh, hold on. If somebody gives you a compliment, you never say, I know, or yes, isn't it beautiful, or aren't I clever? You say, oh, it's not really or thank you, but do you really think so? There's a little example of the ways in which society, albeit well-intentioned and perhaps even necessary, has handed us edicts on how we should present ourselves and actually shy away from our authentic delight in what it is that we're creating. So that's a little example of what I'm talking about. Let's see if we can share different ways together that we can actually consciously talk to ourselves with more love, more kindness. Louise Hay talks, for example, about just looking at yourself in the mirror and telling yourself that you love yourself and saying, I love you, and actually meaning it. And it's actually quite a difficult and challenging thing to do, because it kickstarts the resistance that we automatically start to feel there, and we become conscious of it. And the interesting thing is, why do we feel self-conscious? Why do we feel embarrassed to love ourselves? It's a strange question, isn't it? But I think that that's the path that I am on, is to grow in love for myself and to grow in love for others. Because I really truly believe that in the final analysis, that there isn't really a major distinction between myself and between the others. That seems to me to be the message of the great teachers, the great mystics, the founders of so many wisdom paths, and indeed some of the insights of what little I understand of quantum physics today. This says that everything's connected. I know Sean David Morton, one of the guys I like to listen to on the internet, he quotes some of the old Mayan saying of basically, all is one, life is purpose, God is love. So I don't know if that's incontestable or not, but to me it's an inspiring way to live. So thank you for your time and attention. Do share your thoughts. Please give us a thumb up, share, comment and subscribe. It would be really great to grow the Create Your Abundance project together. And if you find that you would like to create an income and share wisdom and your passion through blogging, then click on the link below and I'd be delighted to hear from you and see what passion and truth and fun you can bring to the world yourself. So thanks very much, guys. Be well, be happy.